Hello everyone and welcome to another conversation club. So today we're going to talk about work and jobs. So first let's talk about the difference in these three vocabulary words: job, work, and career. So first, job. What is a job? A job is an activity to earn money. It's something that you do and you get paid money for it. And then work. What is the difference between job and work? So work is usually the place of where your job is. So you can say, I have to go to work. You don't say, I have to go to job. You say, I have to go to work. And also the verb to work, like I am working, he is working, she is working. So work is a place and it's also a verb. And then the last word you may have heard is career. So how is career different from work and job? So career is a more general word. It's the progression of your professions. So your career is over a long period of time. So you may have one job and then you move up, you get promoted to a new job. That's all part of your career. So career is your overall working experience in life. Alright, so now let's do some warm-up questions. If you could have any job in the world, what would you like to be and why? So be creative. Think of anything you want to do. It doesn't matter if you know how to do it or not. Just think, if you could have any job in the whole world, what would you like to be? And explain why. And when you're done, you can come back. Alright, so next question. At what age do people usually work in your country? So, in Azerbaijan, what age do people usually get their first job? In the US, many people get their first job when they are 16 or 17 years old. Maybe they work after school. So what about Azerbaijan? When do people usually get their first job? And then the next question, at what age do people retire? So what is retire? It's when you're too old to work anymore and you stop working, you retire. So you can see on the bottom there's a picture of a man relaxing on a bench. He is retired. He was working his whole life. He had a career, and now he's old and he doesn't want to work anymore, so he retired. So in Azerbaijan, what age do people retire? I can tell you in America, it's different for everybody, but usually people would like to retire when they are maybe in their 60s or before the age of 70. So what about Azerbaijan? When do people retire? Alright, so have you guys ever had a job before? How many jobs have you had and what were they? Did you enjoy it? And if you haven't had a job before, what do you think you want for your first job? Something realistic. What would you like for your first job if you never had a job before? So you can take a few minutes to answer these questions. Alright, so now I want everyone to think about some vocabulary words related to work or jobs. So you can say any word you can think of that has to do with working or a job or a career. maybe what you do during a job or a type of job. So take a few minutes and make a list of different words, and then we will talk about some. And you can come back when you're ready. Alright, so I made a list of a lot of different words that have to do with work and jobs. So you can see there's different types of words here. We have, on the left, we have some words that are about applying for jobs. So you can see application, application form. That's like the document that you write to apply for a job. And then you can see trainee or apprenticeship or training course. This is like when you first start a new job, you are training to be a skilled worker in this job. So maybe you get a job at a supermarket. Your first day, they train you. So they teach you what you're supposed to do, how to do everything. It's called training. And then CV. CV is just your background and all of your experience, your education, and it's what you give with your application to people if you want a job. Also, job interview. I think everyone knows interview. Skilled worker. So a skilled worker is somebody that knows how to do something special for their job. So a skilled worker could be like a carpenter, somebody who makes things out of wood. And then unemployed at the bottom. What is unemployed? It's when it's a person who doesn't have a job and they're looking for a job. So unemployed. And then overtime. Overtime is a thing we have in the US. It's when people work more than the hours they're supposed to work. So maybe my job is only 40 hours per week, but I end up working 45 hours because there was a lot of work to do. Then that would be overtime because I worked more than the time that my schedule was supposed to be. And then we have some more words: employee, employer, job, occupation, profession. So you can say all of these things for like what your job is, like your job, your occupation, your profession. Here's a phrase: he took a job as a waiter. So when you get a new job, you can say like to take a job. So you wanted a job, so you took it, and now you're doing this job. Also, when you want to ask somebody what their job is, you can say, "What do you do for a living?" And so to earn one's living, a living is like salary. So salary, maash. So what do you do for a living? A living is the same thing. What do you do to earn your salary? But this is how we say it in the US. What do you do for a living? So that's a polite way to ask somebody what they do for work. And then worker, career, wage, and salary. It's the words you use to say your pay. And then part-time and full-time. So in the US, we have two different words, part-time and full-time. Part-time is when you work less than 40 hours a week, and full-time is when you work 40 hours or more per week. So that's how we separate this in the US. Less than 40 hours and more than 40 hours. And then here on the right, we have a lot of different vocabulary words for different types of jobs. So, do you know any of these words? And are there any that you don't know? You can, if you don't know any, you can look them up on a translator. All right, so here's some more types of jobs. So we have a lot of different ones. Some of them are more common, some of them are not so common. Like astronaut. There's not very many people who are astronauts, right? But everyone knows about this job. So what jobs here do you like? If you could choose one job from these pictures to be, which one would you choose? And why would you choose it? And the next question, do you know anybody who has one of these jobs? Maybe your parents have one of these jobs, or your brother or your sister. So think about someone in your life. How many people do you know that have these jobs? Alright, so next we're going to talk about benefits. So, of course, when you have a job, you get paid, right? If you work, someone pays you. But there's other things about our jobs that we want other than pay. So, of course, we want a high salary, so we want to make lots of money. But we also want good working conditions, right? This means that when everything is comfortable at work, you don't have any problems. So good working conditions. Um, so like this could be you like your boss. So everyone has had a job where they like their boss or they don't like their boss. Also, coworkers you like. So you want to be friends with your coworkers, right? Or you want to at least have a good relationship with your coworkers. You don't want to work with people who are not nice. You want to work with people who are good coworkers. Also, some people they don't like to work overtime. So they just want to work for the hours that says they're going to work. They don't want to work extra. Also, good opportunities for advancement. So what does this mean? This means that some people, they want a job where they can work their way up. So maybe for 1 year, you have your one job, and then if you do good for 1 year, you get to be the boss next year. So you get to work your way up. Also, some people like to have a job where they use skills or training. So maybe you're going to university or academy and you're learning different subjects, how to have special skills, and you want to use these skills when you work. You want to have the opportunity to use your skills in your work. Also, another benefit is a job near where you live. So your job is not far from your house. You can walk to work, or it's a very short metro ride to your work. People like it when they don't have to travel very far for work. Also, some people like the opportunity to travel. Some people want a job where they can go visit, maybe they can go visit a new country. Maybe they can go have a meeting in like France or go have a meeting somewhere in Asia, and they can travel and see new things while they're working. And another benefit people like is flexible working hours. So what does this mean, flexible working hours? It means that if you need to change the hours that you are working, it's easy to do so. So maybe you have like some big family event like a wedding or something, and you can easily change your shift. Maybe you can trade shifts with somebody. Also, some people like flexible working hours. They can choose when they want to work. So maybe they don't want to work on Monday, so they can choose they don't want to work on Monday, so they work a different day. So flexible working hours is you choose when you work, or you can change your work hours easily. So, what do you guys think? I want you to choose your top 3. So choose your favorite 3 benefits and explain why you chose these 3. So from this list. So you can choose 1, 2, 3, any of them, and then you can explain why you chose it. So take a few minutes to do that, and then you can come back. Alright, so let's answer these questions at the bottom. Are any of these not important to you? So which ones do you not care about? Which ones for you are not important? And the next question, are there any benefits not on the list that you would like to have? So is there a benefit that is not written here that you want to have? And explain what it is and why would you want to have it. So you can take a few minutes and answer these questions and then come back. Alright, so now think about yourself. Think about your own skills. Think about your preferences. Which jobs would you be the best at? So what do you think you would be the best at? Which job and why? And then the next question, which jobs would you never do? So there's some jobs out there that people don't want to do. So you choose which one would you never do. Alright, so there's some games. It's guessing games, and it's in YouTube videos. So I will put the link in the description, and you can go and click these links and try the game, okay? Alright, so now we have a situation here, and I will read it and explain it to you. Suppose you are in charge of hiring a new employee for your firm. You have to decide between 2 persons. One is a person with many years of experience in a company very similar to yours, who has only a high school education. The other person is a recent university graduate with a degree in a field closely related to your company's business. Which person would you choose? Okay, so what does this mean? So basically, you are the boss of a company, okay? You're the boss. And you need a new employee. And there's 2 people you can choose from. The first person has lots of experience with the job that you want him to do or her to do. So the first person, look, has many years of experience in a company very similar to yours. But he or she only has a high school education. They never went to university. But they have lots of experience. Or you can choose the second person. The second person has no experience. They never worked before, but they do have a university graduate degree. And it's a field that's closely related to your company's business. So so basically, what do you prefer? Experience or education? If you were hiring somebody for your company, would you choose someone with experience or somebody with education? And explain why. So when you're ready, you can come back. Alright, so now we have another situation. So I'm going to read it and then I will explain it. Many businesses in North America compensate their employees according to the merit principle. Businesses in other parts of the world have traditionally relied on seniority to determine how much pay and other benefits a worker should receive. Which do you think is the better system? What are the advantages and disadvantages of each? Alright, so what does this mean? What's going on? So basically, there's two systems. There's the business system in North America, and there's another system that is in other parts of the world. So in North America, we give people in North America give employees basically salary and benefits according to how hard they work and what they've done. So it doesn't matter how old somebody is, it doesn't matter who they are or what they look like. They get paid based on their experience or their hard work or the good things that they've done, okay? And then in other parts of the world, how do people get paid and what benefits do they get? It's because of their seniority. So it doesn't matter what they've done, as long as they're a little bit older and they've been around for a long time and people like them, they get benefits. So which do you think is a better system? Should you choose people because of the merit principle, like their experience or what they've done, or should you choose people just because they're an older person and they should get more respect? So which do you think is the better system, and what do you think are advantages and disadvantages of each? Because each one has some good things about it and each one has some bad things about it. So think about this, and you can come back when you're ready. Alright, so let's ask this next question. Do you think it's fair for your boss to ask you to work overtime for no extra pay? Why or why not? So basically, you're at work and you're almost finished, but your boss tells you you need to stay longer and you won't get any extra pay. Do you think it's fair? Why or why not? Alright, and this question. If you are paid for your overtime, would you prefer to be paid in money or in time off? So if you have to work extra time, which one would you rather have? Get paid in money or you get more time off? So maybe you work extra time today and you don't have to work tomorrow. Or you work extra time today and you get paid extra money. So which one do you prefer, money or time off? Alright, so now let's finish up the conversation with some would you rather questions. So, would you rather, it means what do you prefer? Would you rather work inside or outside? Would you rather work hard physically or mentally? So physically is like labor, like you're always picking things up, you're doing things physically. Mentally is just like a job where you work on like a computer all day and you have to think and speak to people. So which one would you prefer? Physical or mental? And then, would you rather have a fun job but you always need to stay in the same place? Or have a boring job but you get to travel all around the world? And then, this one, would you rather be a doctor or a banker? And explain why. Alright, so that's the end of the conversation today. I hope you got something out of these questions and you learned some new words and you were able to practice speaking. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.